My guest tonight was once just a girl, and now she's a Grammy-winning singer, songwriter, and all-round superstar. Please welcome the one, the only, Gwen Stefani. Woo!
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. You're brave to host. Wow.
Oh my goodness. No, I'm so excited, and what an honor for me to have you as my guest. And thank you so much for agreeing to be on the remix of Physical.
That's so crazy. I just, when you think that nothing's ever going to happen again, you get asked to be on your song. And I'm like, yeah, of course I'll do that. And you're so cool. And thanks for having me.
Oh my goodness. No, the pleasure is all mine. And I can't wait for everyone to hear it. But actually, I have some news. It actually now comes out. Our song will come out on August 28th because, as you know, we're doing an animation for every single song on the record. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but it's going to be amazing. And just wait till they hear you. And I just wanted to say, I'm a massive, massive fan of yours.
What?
I did learn how to spell bananas because of you.
I feel very honored to have been a spelling teacher for many people around the world to learn how to spell bananas. But what's weird about it is that I actually am a very, very bad speller. So I feel like it was like God's way of like comforting me, or my gift to like give to others, because I can't spell. So anyways, yeah.
That's so funny. You would never be able to tell. I'd play songs, I'd play your songs, I'd pause them, I'd write them down, I'd pause the song again, I'd listen, I'd write them down just so I could learn all the words to your songs. Do you remember what your first song was that you ever like learned all the lyrics to?
I think that I used to be obsessed with like musicals when I was a kid, like Evita or the Annie soundtrack. That was one that I even memorized because we used to have cassette tapes because that was a long time ago. And I used to listen to it, me and my sister, and it would be like we memorized like the warp part of the tape. Like we even like memorized that part. But yeah, definitely never thought that it would lead to being able to make music and be a songwriter. But here we are, lucky.
I love that. I was a big fan of Annie too.
Yeah, me too. I was like, that was like my favorite when I was a little girl.
So I heard that you've been spending quarantine with your husband, Blake Shelton, at the ranch in Oklahoma. Who else was with you? How was that?
Well, he's not my husband, but that sounded cool when you said it. No. Yeah, me and Blake, he has a ranch in Oklahoma, and we were actually on his tour right when we like got shut down for being on tour. And so my brother was out with us because he's doing all these like behind the scenes, and so his whole family came out. So it was me, my 3 boys, Blake, and then my brother, his wife, and their 2 little kids, and then her sister, and then a friend. So we had like, I think it was like 15 people, and it was really actually a lot of fun at first, you know what I mean? Because it's like all of a sudden like work is over and you just get to like indulge in just being on this ranch, and every day was like a new thing, like a baby armadillo today, or we got baby wild hog, like we got milk, and we were like, and everything turned into like getting to try to like learn how to cook sourdough bread like everybody else in the world. Like we just had a lot of fun.
I love that. Have you learned to milk any animals yet? Are you any good at it?
I got to feed milk. I've fed milk to animals, but I would really be into milking. We don't have those kind of animals on the ranch. We have more like exotic here, like you'll like be running and you'll see like a herd of like these animals. You can't touch them or anything like that, but it's pretty amazing, I have to say.
I love it. Have you got your own?
I grew up in Orange County, so I don't know if you've been down there, but it's like nothing like middle of America, and our nature was the beach. So to be able to be, in Oklahoma and experience a ranch kind of vibe is just something I never ever had. So it's been great, amazing.
I love it. I'd expect from you to have a pair of sparkly cowboy boots. Have you got those yet?
It's funny because I would always think like that was so foreign to me. Like I would never wear a cowboy boot, but yes, I actually have a bunch of cowboy boots now. And I have an old pair that are like now 5. It feels crazy, but they're like 5 years old because that's how long we've been hanging out, me and Blake Shelton. So it's pretty fun.
I love that.
I think it's fun to introduce to like a whole nother genre of music and culture, like that I never thought I would get to know. And
Yeah.
it's been really exciting and fun.
Yeah, you just had a number one. Tell me how that feels.
That felt crazy. Like that, it's almost like it's a little bit full circle because I think the first, concert that I ever went to, we had Girl Scouts in America, and I was in Girl Scouts, and my parents like picked me up and took me up to LA, and we saw Emmylou Harris, which is a country artist, because my dad listened to a lot of bluegrass and not country, but bluegrass, and they did a lot of like festivals and stuff like that when I was a kid. But now to be actually on a song and then get to be like a number one at this point in my career, because like feel like I can like really use it on The Voice this season, because I'm like, okay, because you have to like pitch yourself, so I'm always like really have a hard time with that. So I'm like, okay, I got to be in alternative radio, then I got pop, and now I'm in country. I'm like, what? Like try to compete with that, John, or because I'm sitting between John Legend and Kelly Clarkson, so I'm always trying to like beat them. But yeah,
no,
it's been really fun.
Killing it. You've been killing it. You've been so inspiring. I love to see it. Thank you so much, Gwen. I'm a massive fan of Gwen's, and there are a number of burning questions I've always wanted to ask her. So it's time for a round of Do or Tell. All right, Gwen, I have a big list of random weird questions here. I'm going to rattle them off and answer them as quickly as you can.
I'm not quick at anything, so here we go.
What fake name do you use when you check into hotels?
I can't reveal that. Yeah. Well, because then people would know.
I know, but haven't you changed it? Or have you always kept the same one?
I have the same one for like a super long time. And I don't have one of those nasty ones like the boys in my band used to have that spell like penis or something when you say it. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you'll be happy to hear that mine was Maya Norm's butt. So every time people would say it would sound like my enormous butt. And then I started getting told off when packages would arrive in that name. So I had to change it. But that's why I can reveal that one. All right. Who gave you the sex talk and how did that go?
Oh, whoa, that word. Still gets me. My parents, they were good at it. They did a good job. I was a very good girl for a very long time. So.
What would Blake Shelton say is your most annoying trait?
God, I hope I don't annoy him at all. Probably, if I'm being serious, probably like being on my phone. He doesn't like that, probably. But he likes me a lot, so.
He likes you a lot? No matter what. Love to hear it.
I can do no wrong.
Have you ever forgotten your lyrics on stage?
Of course. Yes, I'm actually surprised that I can remember as much as I do. But what about you?
It's happened to me a couple times, but it gets worse when you're like, you put the mic out and you want them to sing it back and you still can't lip read and you're like, okay, this is really bad.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
I have not seen a ghost, but I know people, like my son saw a ghost in London, actually, at this hotel that we didn't know that they say it's haunted there, and the Langdon or one of those ones. And then you look it up, and it actually tells stories about it. And he saw this guy in a curtain. He was only 2 when he told me, so.
Oh, my God. Okay. Not going there. What's the worst word you've ever said in front of your kids?
Probably. Are we allowed to say that? Ship?
Yeah, I think so. It's my show right now.
Oh, okay, because it's in Hallback Girl, so it's like this my. So I would say this is my ship that I'm sailing, but or not sailing, whatever.
Gwen, which other famous person have you been mistaken for, if you have?
That's a good one. Gaga, Christina Aguilera, anyone blonde. Yeah.
Queens, all of them. So I think that's good company. I would have honestly 1,000 more questions for you, but we've run out of time. So I just want to say thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.